Demi Lovato slams gender reveal parties, YouTubers find a human skull, and the world's first space hotel is on its way. But before we get into all of that, make sure you smash that like button to show some love to the channel. And with that out of the way, let's overload you with some information. So first things first, let's talk about this Demi Lovato story regarding gender reveal parties. Recently, the singer took aim at the rise of gender reveal parties, calling them transphobic for excluding trans people. In her 9-page Instagram post titled "Why Gender Reveals Are Transphobic," she shared the work of Alec Vade-Manon and captioned it with, "The refusal to acknowledge this stems from a misunderstanding of what transphobia is. Transphobia is not just prejudice or violence against an individual trans person, it is a belief system that presumes non-trans people to be more natural than trans people. Only individual people can self-determine their gender." The post then goes on to address gender reveals and says, "Gender reveals require not just the invalidation of transness, but the impossibility of transness. The assumption is that the baby is cis, cisness is positioned as the default, and everyone else is understood as derivative of it. The idea goes, while we might identify as trans now, we were originally born cis and we later became trans. When in truth, everyone is just born and we all become after the fact. In my opinion, if it's one less party I have to pay for once I'm married, then yeah, let's just count this as a win." In other news, plans for the world's first space hotel are on the way, and they've even set a date for when they'd like to open it. The hotel is going to be called Voyager Class Space Station and is set to open in 2027. It will be able to accommodate up to 400 people and will have hotel rooms, multiple bars, a movie theater, restaurants, and a spa. According to the Orbital Assembly Corporation, the company will start construction on the space station in 2025 with, as I mentioned, a goal of being operational in 2027. The structure itself will basically just be 2 big rings. The inner one will be a docking hub, and the outer ring will serve as the backbone of the station itself, which provides a mount for solar panels, radiators, and even a rail transport system. Which means people will also be able to freely move around the station. I don't know about you, but to me this is exciting stuff that gives me some hope for the future of the human race. Also, the company building this space hotel is currently hiring crew members for the project, so if this is something that interests you, I will definitely drop a link to that in the description down below. Always make sure you check out that description. Alright, now to close things out here, we have this couple named Danny and Felicity Duffy who found a human skull while filming one of their usual YouTube videos. Police reports confirmed that human remains were found in the area, and these YouTubers received a ton of flack for picking up and handling the skull, possibly tampering with evidence before they ever contacted the police. This urban explorer couple said that they were out filming a paranormal investigation in an area of Greater Manchester, UK, when they stumbled across these human remains. On the YouTube channel called Exploring with Danny, he opens his video by telling the audience that he and Felicity discovered a skull in a wooded area near an abandoned pub. At first in the video, you see them looking at an army jacket on the floor before turning their attention to a skull lying next to it. Shortly after handling the skull, the couple alerted the police, who arrived at around 12:35 a.m. and agreed that the skull did appear to look real. After being taken in, forensic investigators have now confirmed that the skull was indeed real. Detective investigator Debbie Hirsch told the press, "By the very nature of this discovery, we do understand some concern in the community and of course the sheer intrigue that this investigation brings with it. However, we are confident that there is no threat to the public and that this isn't currently linked to any other ongoing investigations." Now, although Danny and Felicity haven't responded for comment after this news, Danny did post himself leaving flowers where they found the skull, and in his caption he writes, "Paying our respects today, rest in peace." I mean, it's nice that he at least did that. I mean, without a doubt though, this was a first for Danny, Felicity, and even the police that arrived on the scene. Let me know though in those comments down below what you would do if you were out for a walk and stumbled across a human skull. And while you ponder that, I'm going to check out some of your comments from the video titled "Disturbing Tom Cruise Video Goes Viral on TikTok." Stuart B. Littlely Nolan says, "I think it should be illegal. Society doesn't need more trust issues." This is very true. I don't want to be deceived more than I already am being. I can take a certain amount of deception, but this is too much in my face. LB says, "The creepy overrides the fun of it." Again, very true. Very true. Miss Drew Dev says, "How do we know this is the real Johnny?" I'll never tell what I did with the real Johnny. Matt Hatter says, "Software like that is another reason why I have trust issues." Hey, a lot of trust issues in this comment section here, but I 100% agree. This is definitely going to give people a lot more trust issues than normal. Alyssa Reed says, "This is disturbing. The amount of damage to one's reputation and career is unprecedented. This is a very dangerous road." And like I said in that video, we all just need to be more aware of this kind of stuff and just continue to educate the next generation as this technology progresses to always be questioning what you're seeing, unless it's, literally right in front of your face. Even then, question that. But that has been today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been your host, Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy, YouTube.